Hi, so I did my project on Addison's disease, and Addison's disease is when there is damage to our adrenal glands. So our adrenal gland is part of our endocrine system, and that is responsible for all of the hormones in our body. So when we have damage to our adrenal glands, they are lacking two hormones that come from there, and those two hormones are cortisol and aldosterone. And so, what is Addison's disease? Oh, so it's the lacking those two hormones because we have damage to our adrenal glands. But there is no rhyme or reason of why somebody is diagnosed with Addison's disease. Unfortunately, the damage to those adrenal glands just kind of happened. There's no target person for this, so it affects all age groups, all gender. Like I said, no target. And so how can we diagnose Addison's disease? The diagnoses are going to be from blood tests. They do some stimulation tests to test different hormones in your body, and then they do a insulin-induced a sugar test to kind of see how that reacts to your body. And then sometimes you will see some certain imaging tests. And so unfortunately, there is no cure for Addison's disease. There is treatment though, and you will be completely fine if your treatment does work. And so the treatment for that would be hormone replacement for that cortisol and aldosterone hormone that you're lacking from your adrenal glands. Unfortunately, there's times like the signs and symptoms from this sometimes go unknown for so long that you could go into adrenal shock, and it can be life-threatening if you don't have the proper treatment or if your body does not respond to the hormone replacements. So some signs and symptoms to look out for the Addison's disease are going to be extreme fatigueness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, low blood pressure. Sometimes you'll see darkening in the skin. You could have increased muscle and joint pain, irritability. So those are some of those major signs and symptoms to kind of look out for the Addison's disease. So I know I kind of touched base on the two hormones that come from your adrenal gland, the cortisol and the aldosterone. So cortisol hormone is what produces energy from our food, and it also is part of our immune system and inflammatory system. So it's huge to keep homeostasis in our body, especially in our immune system. So when we lack that, it's a big hit to our body. And then the aldosterone is what maintains normal blood pressure, and it also by monitoring our sodium and potassium. So another sign that you can see is if you start craving a lot of salt. If we are lacking that sodium in our body, we'll start craving it to try and make up for it. And so that can kind of be another sign. So that is basically what Addison's disease is, and I made this brochure for it. So I have attached it for you all. If you all have any questions or comments, or if I can answer anything for you, please let me know. Thank you so much.